Yeah. Well, no, it's funny because some people ask me the difference between the States and Canada, and it's hugely different, right?
Oh, worlds apart.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing that separates it was when Kenny versus Spenny was Comedy Central bought into it, and then Kenny and I got to have the experience of being a product in the promotion machine, and you got to see how it ran. And this is what America's good at. This is they know how to export their culture, and it was fascinating to see because there's nothing like it in Canada. And I'm not saying again whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's a subjective thing, but it's completely different.
Was it overwhelming at first?
It was cool.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you were super into that. Anyways,
the upfronts, and they'd have a limo pick you up, and you'd go and party, and there'd be all these stars there. But it was a machine. It was like they drag you up on stage, and they go, at that time it was the USA Network was, so we were there with the USA Network people, but all the other networks were there, and you look over there, and there's Jon Stewart being interviewed by the Hollywood Reporter, and it was just crazy. It was kind of, I always dreamed about going to I've changed now, but going to like the Academy Awards or something, or the People's Choice Awards. How cool would that be?
I've always just wanted to be on a red carpet or like a premiere for something,
Yeah. So it was like that, but you got a sense of the Americans' genius for promotion and selling products and realizing quickly, often too quickly, that something isn't going to make money, so it's gone, and you move in the next thing. It's an industry. It's a real industry.
Well, and it worked well for the show because you guys did 7 seasons. So.
Well, we didn't do well in the States.
Oh, no.
And that's a whole other conundrum story because the guy that ran Comedy Central was Canadian at that time, and Doug Herzog. And we had heard that he hated us. He knew us because he was Canadian from Canada, and he thought we were vulgar and not funny and whatever. So the only reason we got a show was because Matt Stone, more Matt than Trey, they have leverage at that network. They basically, South Park created that network.
Aren't they equally vulgar and pushing boundaries too, though? It seems kind of strange.
But it doesn't matter. It's whoever's in charge.
Yeah,
right?
that was his opinion.
He strong-armed us to get on the air. But once we were on the air, we had 2 things against us. One, it was a co-production, so it wasn't like a Sarah Silverman show, which is a full-on
it's her vehicle.
Comedy. Well, no, it's a Comedy Central show, right? So they're going to push their show, not one that's half Comedy Central, half I guess it was Showcase.
Oh, yeah.
So that was going against us. Then you've got the head of the network who didn't like it. So when the first time that we aired there, the ratings were for a first-time show that had virtually very little promotion. We just weren't. We were so small, so insignificant that they're not going to put a lot of money into it right off the hopper. And then it just went from a pretty decent opening to they kept changing the time slot and no promotion.
Never good.
And so it just and then they just
fizzled out, kind of.
Yeah.
So, but you guys did okay on
But we were pretty big here. That was season 4 for us, remember? So, but you get, holy fuck, Comedy Central. We were going to parties, and there's Sarah Silverman, and there's Jon Stewart, and it's like, what the fuck? How did this happen?
Yeah.
And so you get delusions of grandeur that we're going to somehow, be with these people, and our careers are made, but it just doesn't quite exactly work like that for us.
That's actually.